Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to SpeedGaming Live 2022. I'm GhostSenpai, also known as Fantasmas, also known as un Fantasma Más. And this is a Snow Bros. Nick and Tom special, shortened as Snow Bros. Special. I'm mostly an NES runner of this game, well, this is the Switch remake that was based on the arcade version, which is the main version of the game. So I'm gonna be doing time attack mode, as that's the way we used to play this, as we use the in-game time for this. And I'm gonna be playing normal, as the game has 3 difficulties. I'm gonna be explaining that during the run. So, assuming we're ready to start with the timer, I'm gonna make a countdown from 3. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, first things first, as I mentioned at the beginning of the run, this is a remake from an arcade game that was originally released in 1990, and what an interesting start I got here. So, talking about game concept, this is similar to Bubble Bobble, but instead of dropping your enemies into bubbles, we do that into snowballs. And well, I got lucky here with a good start getting the red potion on the first stage, as unfortunately there are no way to manipulate the game in order to get a red potion as fast as possible. So for resetless runs, if I don't get the red potion at least on floor 2, I used to reset at least 3 or 4 times, and if I don't get it, I just go like that without problems. So this is an Switch exclusive game that was released earlier this year, and it also features 30 new stages that we're going to be watching later on the run. So for now, this is the original arcade section, and what I'm trying to do here right now is trying to get some potions, because the way that this works is that once a rolling snowball touches an enemy, the enemy is gonna fly through the stage and is gonna be getting turned into an item. So what I'm gonna be trying to do here is that I'm looking mostly for potions. There are in total 4 potions in the game. The red potion, which is probably, well, no, it's the most important one into the game, increases your speed and makes you going faster. That's the most important potion you need on this version of the game. Then we have the blue potion, which I'm lacking out right now, and what this potion does is that it increases your shooting power. So with simply shooting twice, you can turn an enemy into a snowball without problems. The yellow potion increases your shooting range, and that's everything. And the 4th potion, which is mostly a bonus one, but for some reason I don't know if the developers really like it, that potion, or had a kind of fetish, or I don't know why, but for some reason it appears a lot on this version of the game compared with other ports of this title. The green potion that, as you have seen, I have got in some stages, it turns your head into a balloon. So if you touch an enemy like that, the effect will be similar like a rolling snowball touching an enemy. So now the first boss, I don't know if these guys have names, but it's supposed that this boss was easy, but the technique to defeat this guy on this version is different, which is kinda annoying, as it needs to receive 6 hits and we're done. But as you have seen on the first phase, or well, also on this one, what am I trying to do here is just to throw the snowball to the left instead of going to the right where the boss is. And that's one of the changes that were made on this game, because basically these stages are the same from the original title, but since the original game was made with the 4:3 aspect ratio, these were just stretched to 16:9, so some mechanics change slightly compared with the original game. And also, another of the bad things of this title is that mostly for 2D games, you should use the D-pad to play, but that's not an option on this game. You can play with the D-pad, but a big problem this game had, and that unfortunately hasn't been patched, besides the game has received some updates, is that when you move from the left to the right quickly, that's not a problem, but when you move from left to the right, sorry, from the right to the left, the game's gonna drop your input, your left input, unfortunately, so that can cause some problems sometimes. So I'm playing this with an analog stick. I'm using a DualShock 4 controller with an adapter because I feel that DS4 analog stick is better than the Switch ones to play this game. And well, also due to that, changes with stretching stages, and also something additional we're gonna be seeing later on. Okay, that was close to be something bad. Another bad thing of this game is that speedrunning talking, the first 20 stages are really annoying, and well, now I get an item out of bounds, so I just need to wait until it disappears. Every time that I get any kind of item, I'm gonna try to grab it as soon as possible, because if I defeat all enemies but there are some items on the screen, the game is gonna wait until those disappear or you get them in order to let you move to the next stage. And also sometimes I may ignore some items, as it would take a long time to reach them, so it's gonna be faster just to wait until they disappear. Okay, those green enemies are annoying, as their ability is just to throw fire from to the left or the right. So you need to be careful with those enemies. But well, the fastest way you have to complete this, okay, that's the potion. I won that. But there's another enemy here that may complicate the situation. Okay, there we go. And as you have seen, as I mentioned before, for some reason, this game likes a lot to give you the green potion. Now, we have the frog, and unfortunately this boss is heavily RNG based compared with the original game. So it may be helpful or it may be not. So depending on how this guy wanna act. For example, I didn't got a good RNG there, as usually I'm waiting for a pace where the frog simply stays on the middle of the stage, so I can keep being on the top of the screen and try to defeat it. So this is a really bad pattern, but we need to deal with it. I think this guy just needs to receive like 8 to 10 hits. I don't remember the exact amount. But there's something good is that compared to this with the first boss, if there are enemies on the screen, they're not gonna get turned into items, because that's something that happens mostly in the rest of bosses, and it's annoying because that doesn't happen in any other version of the game. So for some reason, on this title, if you left some enemies on screen in the bosses, they're gonna get turned into items, as you have seen in the first boss. And well, as I was mentioning before, this is a speedrun talking. The first 20 stages are annoying, are not so enjoyable when you're running the game. When you're playing casually, they are good, but speedrun talking, they are not due to those changes. Mostly, the frog, it's a good wrong killer if you don't get a good pattern, or also if you get some trolling bombs getting shoot, because you need to keep on specific spots in order to be able to complete that stage as fast as possible. But I decided to play slightly safe because I don't want to die for now. I want to keep, obviously, on any game somebody runs, unless you do something like a dead abuse, you will like to die. But in this game, if you die, you lose all your potions, so that's gonna be something bad for me. There's a high chance that I can die on the 5th boss, but that's another story, and I may talk about it later. And well, also the plot for this game was changed slightly compared with the original game, because also if you're a big fan of anime stuff, if you play the arcade mode of the game, it includes a new kind of history. So it's really nice on that way. Now we enter with some problematic stuff with those white platforms that in order to reach them, what do you need to do is to jump over a snowball. But at least something good was added here, because on the original game and any other versions of it, what is gonna happen is that obviously you cannot jump over those platforms, and if some items are on the white platform that it's above you, what is going to happen is you simply cannot grab it. But that's different on this game. You can grab them, But well, unfortunately I got 2 items on the top, but since I got them early, they disappeared just in time, so I simply didn't lose time. I made a big mistake there. Sometimes trying to move quickly, you cannot escape from some sections, so trying to throw some snowballs can be big problematic, as the game is gonna be a bit trolled. So now the birds, shout outs to the developers for doing this an amazing boss fight and less annoying at the same time. I knew that I was gonna mess it up there, but it's fine, it's fine, it's good. It's still doing good, it's still doing good. So each of these birds just requires 3 hits, and unfortunately this is not annoying as other versions of the game. Okay, I just need a single hit and then I'm gonna be able to defeat this. Okay, there we go. So now I'm lacking from potions, but I have faith that I can get some of them later. So as a backup, mostly for resettler runs or where you are starting to learn the game, it's not a big problem if you don't have potions on these next stages from 31 to 39, as they're not so punishing. Maybe there are some sections like we're going to be watching later, but it's not annoying compared with the first stages. So sometimes also those birds can be annoying, but in this case the little birds that they release from X are the real problem to try to defeat. Well, now what I'm doing is I'm waiting for at least one of those enemies to get outside of that at the bottom platform, because what is going to happen there is that you can get, if you get stuck here in the sections, those sections, since those are wide and the platforms are really high, you cannot reach them normally, so you need to use a snowball. So at least something good about this port is that that stage is not so punishing compared with the other versions of the game. And well, in this case, okay, I didn't see that piece of sushi. So at least on this version of the game, I'm glad that it's not a problem on that stage, because I don't know exactly how this game works, but with other versions of the game, depending on your position, depending about where you are on screen, is where those enemies are going to be moving. So you try to manipulate the enemy's position due to that. But in this game, they are not so punishing, because sometimes when you get stuck on those sections, okay, I was lucky. If you get stuck on those sections, what is going to happen is simply that the enemies may keep there and they're not gonna go outside of those stages. And okay, I'm glad that I got stuck and didn't reach that section where that enemy was. And because if you take so long to defeat a stage, a new enemy is gonna appear, which is gonna be a pumpkin ghost. And what is gonna be happening with it is that you cannot defeat that ghost, and after a while he's gonna be releasing some green colored green ghosts, and those are gonna try to chase you. And the only way to make that all of that enemy disappear is just simply to die or complete the stage, whatever happened first. Also, another of the good things about this version of the game, this new remake, is that those fireballs, okay, that was bad. Those fireballs that this enemy throws, if you shoot to them, they're gonna disappear. That's something that doesn't happen on the original game. So now this enemy got stuck here in the middle. I'm gonna try to take it out. So yeah, this was in a slow stage, but at least didn't go the pumpkin ghost, so that's something good. So moving on, stage 38, a lot of these blue tornado guys. I'm an idiot. I should have waited outside, which is bad, because for the 4th boss you wanna get some potions. But just calm down, dude. Okay. I was slow trying to reach it. And usually the next stage, the 39 on other versions of the game, is it's a big headache. Because you need to do a heavy position manipulation, but I'm glad that on this game that's not a thing, and it's more easier just to defeat all the enemies. As if you get stuck on the middle of the stages, what is gonna happen is that you simply are not gonna be able. Okay, I'm gonna grab the yellow potion just in case I can use it later for something useful. Like for example, in this section, it's really useful to get the yellow potion. But again, on this stage, if you get stuck on the middle, you just can get outside with a snowball. So, well, now we just have a single enemy. Let's see if it's gonna go outside or not, because that's not a good spot for me. Okay, it's gonna go outside, and well, we have seen the pumpkin go, so whatever. Now, fourth boss, these big goblins. The problem with these guys is that there are two of them. You just need 3 hits and you're done. But also we have these fire enemies that you cannot freeze them, and if you shoot to them, there's gonna be turning into oh my god, there's gonna be turning into firewalls. But again, something good of this version of the game is that you simply can shoot to the firewalls and those are gonna disappear. Okay, I died, but it's fine. I prefer to be with a lot of lives on this stage. So I have all of these things considered into my estimate because my RTA PB is at 31 something. Okay, that was a miskit, but whatever. And the reason why I have a really high estimate on this game is due to these kind of things. Because for some reason the arcade stages are like the most annoying speedrunning talking. The new stages are mostly designed to be something quick. Yeah, and I lost the resolution, so yeah. If I'm losing a good amount of time with these stages, but and this boss fight, but it's really normal that this kind of things happen. It's a complicated stage, even casually talking. Oh, come on! How have I died here? Okay, I need to be careful because I don't want to die again on this boss fight. I just want to finish this. That was a close one. Okay, one is out. There we go. Again, when you don't have potions, is something annoying. But at least something good is that there's a high chance on that once you defeat this boss, you get some items. So, well, in this case, you get some potions. I just got the blue potion, but it's gonna be fine. So now, last stages from the arcade game. So what is going to be happening here is that now we have those holes on the floor that they're just going to be warping you to the top of the screen. So fortunately, those are not holes where if you fall down, you're going to die like with other games. Okay, there's a green potion that I would like to catch it, but that's not going to be a thing, unfortunately. But I take it. It's not like a problem. Also, something good about this game is that you have 2 buttons to shoot. So I don't use my right thumb to press the button, so I use other fingers. So with that, I'm able to mash really quick both the A and Y buttons. And why I fall directly into that bat? It was really bad. It was bad that I landed on the bat as I got a red potion, but it's still been good. The time difference, obviously, if you don't have red potion, it's really high, but it's not so punishing on these stages. That's something good about this stages in particular. It's not like a problem for me. So maybe the main problem you may have. Okay, there we go. I got the red and blue potions. I was really lucky with that. So, and also I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I entirely forgot what I was gonna say respected to this. So, yeah, anyways, I just need to keep going and let's see if I can remember what I was gonna say. So again, since I have 2 buttons to be able to shoot, and that helps you a lot to reduce a lot of time on this thing, because the arcade version just had 2 buttons, one for jump and the other one to shoot. And just the Japanese exclusive Sega Genesis version of this game has the ability of shooting and to have 2 buttons to shoot, and it helps you a lot because with that, in other versions of the game you need to mash a lot. And as I mentioned before I start with the run, I'm mostly an NES runner of this game, and well, now I'm realizing that I forgot to quit the flashing lights warning from the screen. Now I'm seeing how everything is on screen, but it's still been fine. So fortunately there are not flashing lights on this game, so feel free to ignore that. Well, in this case, okay, I made a big mistake, as when in the original game it doesn't matter if an enemy is on a complete snowball. If you touch it, it's just gonna fly through the stage. But in this version of the game, something bad is that if there's a complete snowball and you touch an enemy being on the balloon form with the green potion, what is gonna happen is that what is gonna happen is what you have seen. The enemy is gonna fly down, so you need to wait until it began to, well, when the snowball begins to vanish. And now the ancient stones. This is the original boss of the game. As again, the original game just has 50 stages, so each of these guys requires 10 hits and you're done. Another good thing about this version is that if you're quick enough to shoot to the bubbles, you can break them. Okay, I defeated the ancient stone on the right, so I just need to defeat the one on the left. And also, as you can see, the roof is falling down. And well, if I were playing on easy mode, that will be the RTA time. But since I'm on normal, now I'm gonna be going to the newest stages of the game. If you play this game on easy mode, you will just play the original 50 stages. So now these are the stages that were introduced on this game. If I didn't have some potions, I will try to die here just to refill my health count. But since I have potions, I'm gonna make that sacrifice and see how far I can get. Hopefully nothing bad is gonna happen, as with the boss of this area, I definitely need to have the potions, otherwise it's gonna be something slow. At the same time, since I'm low on lives, it's gonna be something complicated to manage, as it's a bit punishing the boss fight we're gonna be having here. Also, from the enemies we have this kind of dogs / wolves that are ninjas. Let's say that these are ninja wolves, and these enemies have a small basket in his back, which is bad because if they're on a platform below you and they just simply move, since that basket has a hitbox, the game will think that you got in touch with an enemy. So now I got a phase bonus there. I'm not gonna catch it because that's gonna make me lose time. Basically, that bonus is just new enemies are gonna appear if I destroy them. If I defeat them, each of them can give me a word from the snow word. If I get snow word, I'm gonna be getting an additional life, and that's everything. So again, those wolves are annoying because due to the basket, and also after a while they're gonna be throwing some shurikens, so you need to be careful with that. Also, this is mostly like a bonus stage due to these flames. And also I forgot to shout "Bolo!", which well, basically we have a tradition in Mexico and also in other countries of Latin America, where in some parties, in some kind of parties, there's a moment where somebody's gonna be throwing a lot of money, and that's called bolo. So they shout "Bolo!" and just go to grab all the money that is on the floor. I forgot to make the research to say exactly the words I was gonna say about that, so I tried to make my best explanation about it, as English is not my main language and I'm widely known for mess up things when I'm trying to say something. But we are here to complete the game as fast as we can, and considering the mistakes I have got, I think that's still being slightly decent. I knew that was not on a good spot. I always forget this on this floor. Because here, the safest way to do this is, what am I doing here? Just simply don't move. Okay, I'm gonna take some time because I wanna get the blue potion. It may be helpful. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. But I'm glad that the wolf moved really quick. Otherwise, it's gonna be something really bad. Now, one of the new bosses. This is a big wolf. I like to call this as Shakiro on my splits because I was not really creative with the name, and that was a reference to a Shakira song called Loba in Spanish. Yeah, because when a game has ruined my life, I used to put meme names on splits, and this is the situation with this game. So now, what is gonna happen with this wolf is that some small wolves are gonna be falling from the top of the screen, and the big wolf is gonna be throwing some shurikens at some points. Okay, I was not on a good spot, but I'm really glad I was saved. And well, you have seen what happened with the basket, because that wolf was not on the same spot as I was. So since it just made a movement that made that the basket also got some movement, I died. So that's another problem that this game has. And well, there we go. I'm glad that even with that I was able to defeat this guy really quick, because it's really annoying to try to do this faster. Also, there are some enemies slash obstacles slash things that make you damage on the stage once you defeat a boss. Something good is that you're not going to be receiving damage to that. And now I'm having game audio on my headset, so I think I know which is the problem with this thing. But anyways, so also I was lucky because I got all the 3 potions I could defeat the wolf, which is really good. And well, now let's keep explaining the new enemies. Now we have these hybrid fishes with human, with a half of human body. So basically this, those fishes are annoying because they're gonna be attacking from the left to the right with that green thing that I don't know exactly how to define what that is. But well, you get the idea about watching them. And also the other enemies that are apparent for the green enemy that throws fire. They throw the fire on any direction. They can throw it from left to the right and up and down. Because on the original arcade game, depending on the stage, those enemies are gonna be throwing. Whoa! Those enemies are gonna be throwing the fire from the left to the right or up and down. But on these new stages, that barrier is gonna can throw it at any direction. So I need to be really careful with those enemies. Golden bats, they just move faster, and that's everything. But I'm glad that they are easy to defeat anyways. And also, I got another item out of bounds. But, so I just need to wait until it vanishes out. My in-game time PB, it's at 31:37 if I remember correctly. I have been stuck there for 5 months. And the RTA time for that run is 31:43 if I remember correctly. The actual world record is at 26 something. IGT talking. There are just 2 runners of this game. Salero, shout out to him. He's a runner from Chile, and well, myself. We are the only runners of this game. We usually are the ones who give activity to this game on any of its versions. Salero prefers to run the arcade game. He prefers to run the Genesis version, as movement is faster on that one, and I prefer to play the NES version that usually people consider as the easiest one, as there are less enemies and the game is slow in general. But that was the version I played when I was a kid, so it has some kind of nostalgia on me. I've been trying to chase the world record for the NES version for like 5/6 years without having luck, but when things happen, things happen. And now I'm messing up here with the Switch version because why not? And also, something that I didn't mention is that as you can see, during all the stages we had this rain effect, which is gonna affect the snowballs, as those are gonna vanish really quick. And now we have the bird girls slash waifus slash whatever you wanna call them. The pattern is gonna be the same. I was not in a good spot. I think each of them required like 4 to hit 6 hits. I don't remember exactly the amount, but we're a bit pretty limited with the enemies we're gonna be having on the screen. Okay, if I may die after this stage final get potions, in case that I'm able to complete it without problem. Okay, never mind. The position with the birds is the same, but all the time. But since I'm lacking from the red potion, it's gonna be complicated for me to try to move to a safe spot. So we need to deal with what we have. Okay. One of them has been defeated. I died again. And also, when you get your first 100k points, you are gonna be able to gain a 1-up. Are you serious? That enemy shouldn't have killed me, but the game simply decided to do that for no reason, and again this thing happened. Okay, also these enemies are annoying. This boss fight is a bit annoying, but okay, definitely these girls don't want to cooperate. Don't worry, that's why I have a high estimate anyways. And also, when you throw a snowball and a wrong snowball touches you and then you jump out of it, you're gonna have a small invisibility window, so that sometimes can be helpful. Okay, the one on top is done. Usually that's the one that uses to give me more problems. And also I got an additional 1-up again. Oh, come on! Why on that moment that needed to disappear? Okay, I'm gonna use this just to get some invisibility frames. Come on, dude! Why is this happening? Okay. Still being fine. The next stages are the last one, so that shouldn't be a problem for me. Okay. There we go. And there we go. Finally. So now, last batch of stages, we're having a total of 10. I'm glad that I got the red potion, but it's bad since I'm just on my last life. I was planning to perform a little abuse in the next stage, but I guess I'm not gonna be able. I shouldn't do that. I'm able to, but I shouldn't do that. And now more enemies. So those, this kind of wild worms have the ability of throwing a new potion, which is the purple potion. And also can throw some purple goo that if you touch it, you're gonna get stuck there until it disappears, which means that's gonna be really bad if an enemy catches you. Come on, just throw that. Okay, that's up. Okay, it doesn't matter. I catch at the face, but memes, I guess. Yeah. Anyways. So the purple potion, it's a downgrade potion, as it quits you all your potions. So if you see it, simply don't catch it. And well, that will be the best for you. And now I don't know how those things are called on English, but those one are also annoying because they're gonna be trying to attack you. They're gonna throw you those claymores, trying to. No, that's not claymore. Again, I forget the name of those things. And after a while, they're gonna be throwing it to you. So. Okay, there we go. That was fast. And what is gonna happen is that I believe they're gonna be trying to kill you. And we try to avoid that, mostly since. Again, if we die as we have seen, you're gonna be losing all your potions, which obviously is not something good, but what else we can do? And also we have this dragon that it requires a lot of hits to defeat it, so we have a bit of RNG there, or at least that's what we have been theorized about which kind of attack is gonna throw, because after a while, after you attack it for some time, what is gonna happen is that dragon is gonna begin throwing some purple flames, and the dragon can keep stuck on the same point and simply didn't move, and or otherwise you can throw some fire, and then it's gonna simply it's gonna move the same time zone. That's a bit of luck on that section. And also, I haven't talked about game plot. So basically, the game plot on the original game, we got the evil King Scourge that kidnapped the princesses. But here we have the evil King Arthur, which is a new enemy introduced here in the game. He's gonna be the last boss, the guy that we have seen on the previous stage before. Everything thrown into flames. And well, this was the guy who kidnapped the twin princesses, Puni and Puchi Puchi. I'm glad that I knew that it was not a good spot to do that. So I need to hit this guy 10 times. So some enemies are gonna be, I'm gonna be falling from the roof. So the safest way to do this is just to keep on the top. There's a dead point where nothing is gonna happen to you. And also, depending on the tag, you can try to avoid it or not. Because depending on the tag, well, what you have seen, you can die or you can survive here. So unfortunately, I died, so I need to do this again. So I should be ending underestimate. Otherwise, if I see that things are getting complicated, I'm just gonna go for the safe strats. Because the problems here are again that that gray enemy, and also this big chicken tail. I don't know what I got. That was a weird pattern to get, but when things happen, things happen. You simply need to deal with it. Come on up. Okay, this game is just being more annoying than usual. And also, you need to take care about that blue orb attack. You need to be kidding me. And also, if I run out of credits, I can just put another one. It makes no sense for me that this is credits, as it's a Switch game, not an arcade one, but there's a chance that developers may decide to keep the arcade vibes on this version of the game. If I die again, I'm gonna go through the safe pattern. Okay, I'm gonna go for the safe pattern. The safe pattern is that you simply keep here on the top, because this is here the enemies that fall from the top of the screen are not gonna make you damage, and well, I just need to make sure that I don't receive damage like that. I don't receive those attacks, so I just simply got distracted and wasn't able to do that properly. So this is like the safest spot you can have, and oh my goodness, well. Looks like I'm gonna be running out of the estimate, unfortunately. But when things happen, things happen. Still being good. This is gonna be like probably a 41, 42, unless I get really lucky. Because the problem is when the other enemy, the one that it's made from stone, appears, because we don't know exactly at which moment it's gonna appear. It just simply appears because it wants, and that complicates the stuff. Because sometimes it can appear faster, sometimes it can be slower, but you get the idea about what I'm talking about. I was into the snowball. Why I didn't got the invincibility effect? Oh well. If you were watching the marathon, you may see that the previous round one jammers got a world record. So if a run on a marathon goes really good, or you get a PB or world record, that means that the next round is gonna be garbage. So looked like I was affected with that luck. Okay, I wasn't able to go on time to the top of the screen, so okay. Why am I having a lot of these orb attacks? I didn't see these in the past. This is the first time I get a lot of attack, like tons of attack like this. Come on! Okay, I'm just gonna try to get focused on that type of thing. Okay, I don't know how to feel about this, to be honest. Let's do it. This is the final stage. I need to be able to complete this. There we go. So now, no. Time's not yet. Sorry. So I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna be running out of my estimate. So well, it's fine. It doesn't matter that the timer died. We know that I run out of the estimate just for a little bit. This is gonna be like a 40-something RTA. So I decided to lose all my lives because you can do some scream warps, as you have seen here. I don't need to go to the top really quick. Usually the time here finishes mostly, finishes when the RTA timing finishes when you make the last key to King Arthur that we have defeated, because now we need to escape from this. So there's gonna be another point of here. I'm gonna be trying to make that damage boosting in order to warp for a little bit. But yeah, this is likely out of estimate. I felt this was like a 41 or 42. It's fun that I have died there. This is the main reason why I mostly have the I try to get more lives. Not mostly to try to do the dead abuse, but sometimes those enemies can be a bit annoying. So I just need to finish here, climbing all of these sections. Wait, no, I think I can die here. Again, I'm gonna speed on the top. There we go. So time's gonna finish. Now, that's, well, when you throw that snowball, that's time. And, well, 40-39 IGT. This was a really bad run. But, at least I'm glad that I was able to showcase it, because as you have seen, a lot of things can go really wrong in this game. And also, I have the game in Japanese for meme reasons. You can have it in whatever language you want, so it's the same. The language doesn't affect this. So first of all, shout outs to all SGLive people, to all the people who has been attending the game. Also, thank you so much for all the people who are watching the band from their houses. I'm really glad that I was able to showcase this. As I've said before, I used to run mostly the NES version. This is the first time I run the Switch version on any marathon. And also, I'm really excited because this is my first international on-site event. So I'm really glad I was able to fly to USA just to make this run. It could have been worse, but definitely, I'm glad that it was not too bad. It was bad somehow, but it keeping decent. So I may consider into giving more time to my estimate, because on my practices I was getting like a 33, 34, but then once I got good times on practice, I remember why I never practiced for marathon runs. But well, the show needs to continue, so this was the only run I have scheduled for the marathon, hoping that this humble run has been something you have enjoyed. I'm gonna say goodbye from the screen for now. My name is Fantasma, so keep enjoying the event, keep enjoying the marathon. We're still having a lot of amazing runs that we're going to be seeing, so I'm going to wish luck for the next run, and also I wish the best of luck to all the people who are playing right now different tourney matches. So thanks for watching.